Well, hello, Ed here, W4EMB. I'm going to, I'm experimenting a little bit. Experimenting with a little bit of green screen while going live. I'm going to call some CQ here on 17 meters. I'm also experimenting here with a new microphone, so I'm leaning over here to the side to talk to it. Yeah, I know I got a little bit of hole in my green screen down here in my corner. It's just a green fuzzy blanket hanging up behind me. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and do some 17 meters and call CQ. And this is testing out how my microphone is doing, my video microphone here. And we'll get at it. I'm going to turn up the radio volume here via USB cord into the video. And hopefully, and I'll find out afterwards, I'll see if my voice can actually override and come in okay over top of that sound. This is Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo, W4 Echo Mike Bravo. Is this frequency in use? Again, this is Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo. Is this frequency in use? Opening up my YouTube player so I can note the time here. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo. Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo calling CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, hello CQ, hello CQ on 17, hello CQ 17 from Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo. Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo calling CQ, CQ, CQ. Hello CQ, hello CQ, hello CQ from Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo. Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo calling CQ, CQ, CQ.
KF7 AGO.
Last call, come again?
Yes, Kilo, Foxtrot 7, Alpha, Golf, Oscar. Name here is Jim. How you doing today?
KF7AGO, Jim. Well, Jim, I'm doing just fine. Name here on this end is Ed, Echo Delta. I'm located in Woodlawn, Tennessee. We're about 45 miles northwest of Nashville, outside of a town called Clarksville, Tennessee. Just about 3 miles south of Fort Campbell. And I'm talking to you here today on 100 watts and hex beam from a Yaesu 991. Over.
Hey, Ed. Well, you definitely got a good signal coming in here to Marion, Montana. We're about northwest corner of the state, about 90 miles from Canada and 90 miles from the Idaho Panhandle. And I was just talking to somebody else about those hex beams just a few minutes ago. So a lot of people have them, and they work really well. So, yeah, so it's good to hear you coming up here. And we're running an old FT920 going out to 160-meter loop, 535 feet of wire, and it's about 20-30 feet off the ground, and fed with 450-ohm ladder line, doing 100 watts here too. So anyhow, last transmission you were 5.9 plus. So, boy, you're definitely your station's working for you, Ed.
Well, I sure appreciate that. You're also coming in 5.9, also 5.9, and just on the side there, I'm actually you're my first contact here on my live YouTube stream. On my QRZ page, I have a button right at the top. It says if I'm live, you can click here, and you can actually click onto there if you'd like after the QSO, and you're about 4 minutes and 15 seconds, about 4 minutes and 15 seconds in the video, and you can go on there and see and hear how your signal sounds on your end. Over.
problem. I'm not on the internet. So I'm an off-grid station. We're about 10 miles from power and phone. So we're just out in the mountains here of Rocky Mountains and up at about 3,500 feet. But that would have been interesting.
Well, QSL and the off-grid, and you know what? There's nothing wrong without about not having internet. Good for you. A hand mic and a ham radio shows you that you don't need the internet to reach the world. Over.
No, Roger, Roger. Yeah, and because of that, too, we run, for our email, we use WinLink. So I get all my email and send and receive here through, ham radio, and that makes it fun, too. So, but it's not, WinLink's not real favorable on large attachments, but for, just for communications and stuff, that works just fine for that. So, but yeah, we just enjoying the day here, and boy, and I just heard that big signal. I had to jump in here and say good afternoon.
Well, I sure appreciate you coming back to me, Jim. It's about 47 degrees and sunny here in the Woodlawn, Tennessee. And what's it like over there on your end? Over.
Yeah, it's about 23 degrees right now, overcast. But we don't have a whole lot of snow on the ground. It's just it's been pretty mild so far, and they're actually calling for temperatures in the 40s here in a day or so, and which is kind of unusual to say the least. But this is Montana. The weather, like I always say, you can move 10 feet or wait 15 minutes. The weather will change.
QSL. I'm originally from Ohio, and that's what we used to say back home. If you didn't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes, and it'll do something different. Over.
Oh, yeah. Well, originally we're out of northern Indiana, up there by South Bend, Elkhart, up there right by the Michigan line there and stuff. But I've lived, I lived down in Tennessee, Kentucky area there. We call it Tuckasee, a little town of Scottsville. And Arkansas and Texas and Colorado, but settled in here, about 35 years ago, and just really liked it here, and probably, unless the Lord moves me, I'm going to probably stay here.
Well, that's good. I'm sure that that's some pretty country up there. I've never made it to Montana. I haven't really got to spend a whole lot of time out west. I retired in in December 2013 from the Army here at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and we just settled down here at our last duty station. So I haven't really got a chance to go out west yet, but once my boy gets up and on his way, the wife and I plan to get a little travel trailer and go out and see some of the world. Over.
Well, I'd advise you to definitely hit the parks, Yellowstone, and up here we have Glacier National Park, which is just north out of Yellowstone there, and it's a beautiful area up here and stuff. We got Flathead Lake, largest freshwater lake west of Mississippi, and two ski mountains, Big Mountain and Blacktail, and just there's just a lot to do out here, for folks getting out. A lot of camping spots and everything. You can either pay for the camp spots, or if you want to, just run out and find some national forest and day camp out there or something. You can sit on a piece of property, sit on a spot out there for about 14. You just got to move about every 14 days, but I know a few people that live that way.
QSL sounds like a good time. Be out there and get to see nature quite a bit, and then just move on to something else and see a new piece of it. Over.
Oh yeah, and you get. I know if you was in the military, you was probably all over the place anyhow. So, but me, I just always had a wanderlust. I always had to see what was on the other side of that hill. So, and Ed, I was going to ask you. We set this tried this different radio a few days ago, and I just set a Heil mic up on here, one of those PR781s, and I was just wondering how it sounds. We just set it up last night, and just looking for some audio reports.
Yeah, your audio is nice, clean, crisp. It's clear. Like say, you're peaking at sometimes 10 over 9, but it's got a great sound to it, and I think it's set just right for getting through on some of the more staticky conditions. I think you could be able to get through there with that kind of with your mic the way that it's sounding. Over.
Well, that's what we wanted to hear. So I think I'll just leave everything alone, just let it run the way it is, and so just let's see. I was going to ask you a question, and I just completely forgot what it was. What antenna was you running? I think you might have told me already.
Yeah, sure. Now, a little bit of QSB got you there, so it kind of dropped your signal there a bit, but I copied what you asked there. I believe it was about the antenna. It's called a KIO hex beam, Kilo India Oscar hex beam, and it's up at about 50 feet on the tower, and it's been a game changer since I've had it. I've been able to talk into New Zealand and Japan on 100 watts. And get 5.9 reports. And so as these bands are opening up more, I'm really excited to see how much farther I can go with this hex beam. Over.
Oh yeah, I remember now when we were talking about that. What the reason I brought that up is a friend of ours has got a hex beam, and those things are pretty tough. They don't look real tough, but I know there was a big wind that came through here a couple of months ago, and he ended up with a pretty good sized limb laying right in that hex beam. So they took it down last weekend, and him and another guy. I wish I could have got over there, but this COVID business is kind of keeping me at home. So, but yeah, they got up there and had a couple ground guys and pulled that thing down and got her up and running again. But yeah, I've known some folks to have some real good, real good luck with those. But and I got a 50-foot tower here, and it's got a Tet tri-bander up on top of it right now, but it's kind of in the SWR hospital, and it's a lot of traps. The guy had it before me, ran legal limit with it, so the electric on it kind of the wires kind of melted into it a little bit, and they kind of broke on one, and we ended up fixing that while it was on the ground before we put it up a few years ago, and I think probably another one's broke. So anyhow, I'm kind of holding out. I'd like to put up a cubicle, two-element quad, and run that there too. But I've been thinking about that hex beam also. So, but W4EMB KF7AGO.
Well, that sounds really good there, Jim. KF7AGO with W4EMB. Yeah, I was talking to Bud Drummond, Whiskey 3 Fox Fox. He's the guy that invented the buddy pole, and they're coming out with a new buddy pole hex beam. And he's been testing it out here lately on 17. And the other day, I know he was about on 30 watts getting out to me here in Tennessee. And he sounds really good on it. So maybe you should look out for the buddy pole hex beam there. I think it should come out about next year around March, I think he said. Over.
Oh, we'll have to be watching for that. I got a friend of mine that runs that buddy pole when he gets out on field days and stuff, and I love the way those things configure. So that'd be kind of cool to see. I bet that thing would work great, So just especially now, it seems like we're coming off the bottom of the cycle here, and it's been real good the last few weeks. Hopefully, we're just in for a real good cycle this time, and I know I've been licensed since '09, and I've seen a few nice openings on 10, where it's just a very low wattage, and boy, you could just talk all over the world, and when you're off-grid station, you're making the most out of your batteries is always a good sign, a good thing to see, so I'm hoping we have a good cycle this time.
Yeah, QSL. I was looking at the sun cycle there on the internet the other day, reading up on it a little bit, and I believe it said that we should be in the solar maximum around July of 2025. So that leaves us a lot of room to keep moving up. Over.
That's what we're hoping for. Yeah, I love to see that come into play. So but I really enjoy Hammer. We live kind of an off grid, obviously, but we live a kind of a self-sufficient lifestyle here where we live, and so three seasons out of the year is kind of busy, and I don't have a whole lot of time for here. But my wife maintains a very large garden and 100-foot hoop houses, so. When I say maintains, is she works and she tells me what she needs fixed or built, and then that gets done that way. But she keeps us pretty busy on doing that stuff through the summer and the spring and fall. And so fall naturally is canning and putting everything up and getting ready for winter. But winter time is my ham radio time. So anyhow, that's what I just try to every year. I try to improve the station a little bit more, and hopefully, I hope here in probably about a month or so I can get all the parts around to get that quad put together and get that thing up in the air. And but I gotta have 17 meters because 17 meters is my favorite band. I'm a bit of a rag shooter, if you haven't noticed there, Ed. But I enjoy getting on here and talking around the country to different folks. That's one good thing about this 160-meter loop. It's not very high off the ground. It's kind of NVIS. So, but it loads really well offshore towards Florida there, and it covers the states real well. And so it's a great, lower 48 communications tool. So, and I like talking to everybody else. I don't trust the news agencies or anything else. We don't have cable or any of that stuff anyhow. So, but I don't really trust those. So I like to talk around the country and see what's going on in everybody's neighborhood. So anyhow, that's what works for us. So W4EMD, KF7AGO.
Well, KF7AGO, W4EMB. Well, that all sounds real nice to me, I tell you. The more you kept talking about it, I was about ready to pack up a tent and just come sit in your front yard, over.
Yeah, there you go. So that's what's nice right where we're at here, too, Ed, is it's electrically, like I say, we're 10 miles from any power line or anything man-made as far as electrical. So ham radio-wise, it's a really quiet area. And and that makes it nice. So plus I live in a little hanging valley here, and I'm on a big knoll a couple hundred feet above this valley floor in this area. So it's just in a good position to play around with this ham radio stuff. So, but yeah, but I enjoyed living down there. We lived a year in Kentucky, down in Scottsville, Tennessee there, and just south of Bowling Green, and that was good place, nice place there too and stuff. But wife and kids just didn't care for it all that much. So, and at the time we only had a couple, but then we ended up moving out here and had 4 more. So it just so we got 6 total. So, anyhow, it's been great since we've been out here. So, but how long have you been out of the military now?
Well, there toward the end, the QSB was starting to eat you up a little bit, but I got out of the military in December of 2013. December of 2013, after about 23 plus years, and I worked a couple odd jobs here and there afterwards, but about 2017, I went ahead and just fully retired. So I've been fully retired about 3 years, over.
Oh, cool. Well, and you got plenty of time to play ham radio then, so that's good. I got one neighbor over here retired out of the military, and then he works for the Forest Service right now, and he's looking to retire out of there hopefully in a year. But he enjoys this action. Well, I'm going to let you go. Let's pick up a couple more contacts there, and since the QSB is kind of getting on me every once in a while. Actually, I got an ALS 600 I'm trying to get set up here and get this amp up and running. So I got to get on the VHF here and talk to an Elmer friend of mine that I've known for years and quiz him a little bit on getting this thing set up and working the way it should be. So, but thanks for getting we'll talk at you later. Now, you guys have a very Merry Christmas down there to you and yours, and God bless, and you be very careful running around out there. And I want to tell you, too, thank you for your service. I forgot to put that in there.
Well, thank you very much, Jim. I sure appreciate it, and happy holidays to you and your family as well, and stay safe around the COVID, and hopefully we'll see you again down the log. KF7AGO from Whiskey 4, Echo Mike Bravo, 73, sir.
73, my friend.
This is Whiskey 4, Echo Mike Bravo, W4, Echo Mike Bravo, QRZ.
Here's Whiskey Yankee, 7 Yankee.
Oh, Whiskey 4, Echo Mike Bravo.
I believe I got a Whiskey Yankee, 7 Yankee in there.
That's affirmative. W4EMB, Whiskey Yankee, 7 Yankee, Arizona.
Well, fine business. Name here on this end is Ed Echo Delta, and we're located in Woodlawn, Tennessee. Biggest town next to us is Clarksville, Tennessee. And I'm about 3 miles south of Fort Campbell, Kentucky, over.
Okay, very fine. Yeah, the name here is T. It's spelled Tango Echo Echo T. Oh, I just used the initial, but sometimes you have to cheat and send phonetic with the Echo Echo. Anyway, yeah, good signal. Heard your previous contact. 300 watts is doing very well. I'm running 300 watts. If you look up my QRZ page, I'm actually running mobile, but not really, meaning that I'm using a mobile antenna, a Hustler 17-meter resonator in the center of my pickup truck, and I cabled it into my RV. So that's what I'm using for an antenna. So trying to compensate for the wet noodle out there on the truck, I run a little bit of power at W4EMB, WY7Y.
All right, well, that sounds good, T. I'm running the hex beam here, and I guess you said you heard my previous QSO there. And just as a reminder, on my QRZ page, there's a button right up at the top that says if I'm live, you can click here. So I'm actually live streaming on the YouTube, and so you're about 19 minutes into the video. So if you wanted to watch it later on and hear your signal, you could go on there and you can see your signal via a camera, and you can also hear your signal over.
Okay, fine, good. I see that. I'm on your page, and yeah, I noticed that. That's pretty cool. I've not seen that before live. Are you primarily 17 meters?
Here, just in the past week or so, I've been on it a lot more. I haven't been on the radio a whole lot up until the band conditions started to improve a little bit, and so here for the past couple weeks, I've tried to get on, but I really like 17 over most of the other bands. Over.
Yeah, I'm liking it too. I've been on it probably last week or two myself. I was on 20 yesterday, and I really just can't with my antennas. I can't compete with the big stations. So 17 seems to work out pretty good. Made a lot of good contact, and the antenna is very happy on 17. Like I said, I've got a 17 meter resonator, and the reflected is flat. I have no reflected, and so that works out quite nicely. And I get one or two hops. I'm working you, and you're probably 2 hops away. I'm guessing you're probably 1,600 miles or so. I'm not sure. Over.
Yeah, we're about 1,100 miles apart according to my screen here. I got my log up, and my log tells me the distance and direction. Yeah, so about 1,100 miles. But you're coming in 10 over here. Like say, if you head back and check out that video later on, like say you're at the 19-minute mark, you'll be able to see your signal on my band scope and hear your microphone. It sounds really good. So I think that I think you wouldn't have too much problem getting in some of those QSOs with some of those bigger powers. Over.
Well, perhaps. Just for heck of it, I'm going to run my power down. I'm going to leave the amp on, but I'm going to, we're about 200. Leave the, I've turned it way too far. Hello. Here we go. There's 50. I'm hitting pretty close to the 100-watt mark right there, Ed. I'm wondering what the meter's reflecting there. Over.
The meter hasn't changed. It's still on the meter. It's 20 over. Of course, I got both my preamps on today. Just a little bit of hash I got from Fort Campbell direction. I get a little bit of hash on here. But yeah, your signal never really changed on the meter. Your microphone sound changed a little bit. It made you sound a little lower in frequency range as far as your microphone goes. Just a little bit though. Over.
Oh, okay. I hit the VFO. I'm running an ICOM 7300 here. I didn't tell you what my station is. My QRZ page does say. I'm running the ICOM 7300, and I'm running about 22 watts to get about 100. Let me see which range I'm on. Yeah, okay, about 100 watts, something like that. And so that's why the audio changed, Ed. I bumped the VFO knob. The power control's right above it. So anyway, that was me being bad. But anyway, I got you dialed back in. Yeah, I'm looking at QRZ on the second page, and it's showing 1334 on QRZ. So that's pretty close. Depends on which log and how they figure it. W4EMB, WY7Y.
All right, that sounds good. I tell you, a lot of folks have that ICOM 7300. If a bunch of my friends do, I really like the band scope on that radio. Most of my radios here in the station are Yaesu, but after I saw the ICOM 7300, the band scope, and a few of the other bells and whistles it has on it, some of the newer hams, I've advised them, a hex beam and an ICOM 7300, and you'd be happy for years. So I hope I'm giving them the right advice. Over.
That's what I'm running here. ICOM 7300. That's for sure. I looked at the hex beam a while back, a couple of years ago, but I've been moving around, and Well, I just moved. I've been an RVer for over 12 years, and I just moved. Wanda and I just moved down to Tombstone, Arizona, and then now I'm in Benson, which is right along I-10, just about 50 or 60 miles southeast of Tucson. And we're not too far from Sierra Vista. Perhaps you maybe have visited Sierra Vista. I don't know. There's a Army post there. For the life, I don't remember the name of it. But anyway, that's where I'm at.
Okay, T, I think I've just about lost you there on that last one, that last go round. I think I just about lost you. So not sure if you're still hearing me, but I caught most of that, caught most of it. But anyway, I'll go ahead and bid you a 7-3 there since the QSB ate us up, and I'll see if I can make a few more today. But yeah, go ahead and hit that link there for the live, and you can hear your microphone and hear how it sounded. So Whiskey Yankee 7 Yankee from W4 Echo Mike Bravo. I'll bid you 7-3 for now, my friend. Hope to see you further down the log. Over.
Okay,
Oh,
fine.
there he came back.
Yeah,
he came back on me there.
with the power control, but there is some QSB, so it was working at the same time. Yeah, I was trying to say that we're probably about 20 some odd air miles from Fort Huachuca, Arizona. So we're not too far from that post. So I was just curious if you'd ever stop there. Anyway, I'll say 73s to you, Ed. Been a pleasure, and take care. And
never been to Fort Huachuca.
For the great QSO. W4EMB WY7Y 73.
73 T. Take it easy. I've never been to Fort Huachuca. Never been there. But thanks again for the QSO. I got you in the log, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. This is Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo, W4 Echo Mike Bravo. I hear another station in there. We'll try again, but you're way down in the noise. Try again, over.
America Lima 6 Uniform, AL6U. America Lima 6 Uniform, AL6U.
America Lima 6 Uniform, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo, AL6U. Snowbird here in Las Vegas, Clark County, Nevada. Over.
Fine business. I got the... say again your call sign. One more time your call sign.
Yes, America Lima 6 Uniform, AL6U. QTH, Anchorage, Alaska. Snowbird here in Las Vegas, Clark County, Nevada.
Okay, now I got you there. Yeah, I typed it in my log and it came up Anchorage. But yeah, you're making it just fine from Las Vegas here into Tennessee. On next go round, I'll give you a signal report. The name here on this end is Ed Echo Delta. We're located in Woodlawn, Tennessee, just about 45 miles northwest of Nashville and about 3 miles south of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Over.
Yeah, QSL, Roger. Okay, very nice from Tennessee. You got a great signal here. 5.9 plus 10, 10 over 9 here into Las Vegas today. And we're having a clear blue sky, beautiful 65 degrees here, and lots of sunshine. So I'm surely enjoying the day here. Over.
Oh, that's fine business. It's sunny here on our end. And it's about 46 degrees here. And what county is Las Vegas in, over?
Now, I lost the last part of that transmission there. Come back. I heard you had a question, but I didn't copy the question. Over.
Yeah, Roger. What county is Las Vegas in, over?
Okay, yeah, we're in Clark County, like Clark Kent. We're in Clark County. And what county are you in, over?
QSL on the Clark. I'm located in Montgomery County, Tennessee. Over.
Yeah, okay, I was just jotting that down here. I'm out here working in the garage here. I've got my ICOM 7300 barefoot 100 watts into a hex beam antenna. And I thought I heard you mention earlier there that would be a good setup for any new ham there that you're talking to. And yeah, you're certainly right. I couldn't agree with you more. That's what I'm using here. Over.
Well, good. I'm glad that I give these newer guys some good advice. I know that when you first come in, you're really unsure about the different rigs, different antennas, and all that kind of stuff. And I think we all kind of learn about the on the same curve. So it'd be nice if somebody come in there and kind of just prevented you from spending a bunch of money on other stuff and get you on the right track sooner. I think. So I'm glad to hear that that's good advice. Over.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely good advice. That's what I tell folks also. I think it's a great radio for the money. I don't think you could beat this radio for the money. It's a great value. You get a lot of bells and whistles, and you know, it's just a great little rig. I also have the 7610 in the house, but I'm out in the garage with my 7300, and you really, it'd be hard to beat this radio with anything. So it's really a nice little rig, and I certainly do enjoy it. And I stood up a 20-foot pole with my hex beam on top of it. So
I forgot you guys are an hour ahead of me.
Side of the garage here, and so that's what I'm working from Las Vegas. And you're actually on the side of my antenna here, because I am actually looking northeast. I'm looking, I think, about 35 degrees.
Just give me a second.
So yeah, actually for you, I have to turn it a little more east. I think probably due east. So I'm a little bit north of where you're at. Over.
Well, it's coming in just fine here. And your name on your end is Mark, right?
Yes, sir. Mexico Alpha Radio Kilo. And yeah, we're just out here enjoying the day today. What a beautiful sunny day.
Well, fine business. I got you in there, Mark. Also, like I told the last gentleman, I was streaming this live on the YouTube, and so if you go to my QRZ page and click on the live button, you're about 28 minutes into the video, about 28 minutes. That way you could go on there and see how your signal sounds from this end. Over.
Very nice. No, that's the first time. That's a first for me to be on somebody's QRZ page. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm current on QRZ, but I have not done anything like that. But yeah, you're definitely 10 over 9 here in Las Vegas, so you got a nice setup there. What is it you're running there? Over.
Yeah, I'm running a Yaesu 991 radio and a hex beam on 100 watts. Over.
Okay. Yeah, I had a 991 and I sold that, and now I'm just using these ICOM radios. I really like the menu on these. They have a very simple, user-friendly menu. Over.
Yeah, they don't take very long to learn. I was messing around with a friend of mine's. Well, Mark, I hate to cut it short, but I happen to get a call on another line here. So let me bid you a 7-3 for now. And I got you in the log, and I hope to talk to you again further on down the log. Again, if you just go to my QRZ page, right at the top of it, it'll say live. Just click on that. That'll take you to my YouTube channel. And again, you're about 28 minutes into it, and you can see your signal. I'm going to let it run here while I take this other call, but I'll talk to you again soon. Alpha Lima 6 uniform from Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo 73, my friend.
Yeah, okay, Ed. Ed in Tennessee, Montgomery County, Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo from AL6U Snowbird in Las Vegas. Yeah, I bid you a 7-3, and have a good night there, and hopefully you can survive the freezing temperatures tonight. Have a good one. 7-3.
73. Take it easy. Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo.
Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo. This is November 7 Golf Whiskey. Do you copy?
November 7 station. I'm sorry, I got to step off to the side here for a minute. I got another call, but I'll be back here just a little bit. Whiskey 4 Echo Mike Bravo.